It all comes down to this.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas?
It's Christmas.
Santa's making a list and checking it twice.
Give toys to everyone, whether they're naughty or nice. Christmas!
Sees you when you're sleeping.
And he knows when you're awake.
Watching to see if I'm naughty, are you?
Have you been naughty or nice this year?
In my personal opinion, very nice.
I've been naughty.
It's showtime.
Oh, that's why we have cameras in our bedroom.
You do?
No.
You sick freak.
Shut up. Arch doesn't know. I shouldn't have said anything.
She's up listening, you know.
Of course, she is every morning. Wave hi, Marge.
Hi.
Welcome to it. Friday's here, Paulie.
Yes, finally.
22nd day of December already. Here we are, Christmas Eve.
Right?
Eve. Yeah, 3 Eves on that. And weather is lousy this morning. We got some thick pea soup out there, brother. We do.
Yes, yuck.
Yep. That's about it. But we got highs. That should burn out of here by the noontime, they said. And highs today going to be pushing 40 again, I think.
We should be seeing a high rate around 38, they're saying.
Yeah.
Tonight, mostly cloudy, the low of 28. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a high, get this, 45 degrees.
And I had my buddy Brady, shout out to Brady's service this morning. He's like, you want to go golfing on Saturday? Heck yes.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to your Friday, gang. Merry Christmas. This is what's shaking in our corner of the globe. Scary situation as at least 15 people are dead, 24 are hurt after a mass shooting yesterday in Prague. Officials say it's the worst mass shooting in the city's history. One of the scariest parts was that Concordia women's hockey team was just blocks away from where it all happened.
Boy.
The players have reported everybody in their party is safe and sound.
Good.
The cops say the gunman's dead. He hasn't been identified yet. They believe he also killed his dad earlier in the day. It's unclear at this time if the gunman killed himself or if he was taken out by officers. On a lighter note, Elf on the Shelf Christmas tradition started back in 2005. We just adopted ours.
Did you?
This week. Yeah, we got our first. Because the girls, our granddaughters, are like, where's your elf? I'm like, well, one hasn't showed up yet because they're supposed to just show up.
Sure.
So you can adopt them.
He's running late, yeah.
Yeah, so we've already got ours, and he's already a dick. Anyway, the tradition started in 2005. Since then, more than 17 million elves have been adopted, including one by the Morton County Sheriff's Department.
Really?
Yeah, Deputy Austin, he's got Marty the Elf and his brand new reindeer, Randall. He helped spread the joy during the holidays on Facebook.
Oh.
He got a lot of followers. And he says, Deputy Austin says that the elf shows him how to do some Christmas cheer, and he shows him how to do some police work. And
there you go.
Shoot at cans and stuff like that.
Stop and frisk.
Right. Yeah. Deputy Austin said that Martin and Randall help him make connections in the community.
Oh, that's
very
sweet.
cool. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Oh, man. Big news in Denver. Denver zoo staff weren't sure who fathered their newest orangutan baby, so they called in the expert.
Yeah?
Maury Povich. Either 30-year-old Barani or 16-year-old Jaya could have fathered baby Siska, who is now 4 months old. The zoo decided to run a paternity test. And so just like on the show, Povich opened a manila envelope to view the results, and here's the footage.
Now, we want to thank the Denver Zoo for everything they do. But this is really important. When it comes to the orangutan, 4-month-old Siska, Barani, you are the father.
Hey!
Oh, my God. Yeah, Barani was just excited. Jaya was pissed. He threw his arms up. Siska's mother declined to comment. Meanwhile, in California, officials have approved new regulations that allow water services to take sewage from home, recycle it, and pump it back in for tap water. Got a bit of a wang to it.
It tastes a little bit nutty.
Yeah. State water officials say the 3-stage treatment process produces the purest tap water in the state. I guess that's not saying much.
Right.
The scheme is intended to boost California's rapidly dwindling water supply. Colorado's already approved a similar process. Man. Well, it only gets better from here, gang. Last night marked the winter solstice, the shortest day and the longest night of the year.
You know what that means.
Days start getting longer.
There you go.
That's exactly right. And finally, Merry Stressmas. 63% thinks the holidays are more stressful than tax season. We'll see about that, said the IRS. And that's your news for right now. We got your sports coming up next.
Well, maybe they say he did. He held on, and they're going to give him the catch.
Some sports last night, Thursday Night Football. It always still throws me that it's on Amazon.
Right.
And I can't fast forward it because I don't record it. Because usually if it's on regular TV, I'll wait 15, 20 minutes before we start tuning in so we can burn through all the stupid commercials.
Right.
You can't do that with Amazon.
Nope, you can't.
Some football last night. And today we got some news about North Dakota State making some changes to its defensive coaching staff. The Bison are parting ways with Jason Petrino after a year as defensive coordinator.
Ooh.
Tim Polasek is promoting Grant Olson as the team's newest defensive coordinator. Longtime coach Nick Gozer will also be promoted. He's been a member of the Bison's defensive coaching staff since 2010 when he took the defensive tackles coaching position. He was promoted to defensive line coach in 2022. Gozer will be co-defensive coordinator. And the Bison intend to keep their offensive coaching staff intact, and well, they're just going to stay pat with that for right now.
All right.
Anthony Edwards had 27 points to lead the Wolves past L.A. on last night and hand the Lakers. With LeBron James sitting out on the second night of back-to-back games, their fourth straight loss. The Wolves also playing for a second straight night, tied Boston at 21-6 for the NBA's best record. Well, free agent Japanese pitcher Yoshi Yamamoto has reached a deal with the Dodgers. ESPN reported last night that the 12-year deal is said to be worth $325 million.
Wow.
The deal reportedly won't be finalized until early January. Oh, by the way, the scores last night, the Rams over the Saints, 30-22. Good to see that the Saints finally made a rally on it last night. They never, it wasn't much of a game. And in hockey, Kaprizov scores with just under 5 seconds left in overtime as the Wild beat the Canadiens 4-3. It was the fourth overtime game for the Wild in the last 5 contests. Kaprizov was previously scoreless for 6 straight games before a 2-goal night in Boston on Tuesday. He finished with 3 points for his 71st career multi-point game. Last night's tally with seconds left in overtime was the 3rd game winner for Kaprizov this season and his second as many games. And that's your sports for right now.
And taking a look at that Fox forecast for the rest of today. Areas of fog this morning. Should be burning off by the noon o'clock hour. Otherwise, partly sunny skies with a high right around 38 degrees. Mostly cloudy tonight with a low right around 28. And mostly sunny tomorrow with a high right around 45 degrees. Currently, pea soup in Fargo.
Yeah.
Fog and 35 degrees. Not too bad, but watch out for that fog.
Yeah, it's freezing fog, too, so especially watch those bridge decks and exits and stuff like that. Coming up next, we're going to talk about some drinking.
Yeah.
For New Year's. And we got some new strategy for you. We'll share it with you next.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show.
On 107.9 The Fox.
Well, I'm going through some of our news stories here, Paulie. And according to BuzzRx, more than 30% of Americans think they will consume 5 or more drinks on New Year's Eve. You a drinker on New Year's Eve?
No. Well, I maybe have one drink, but I'm not a drinker anymore. I got that out of my system a long time ago.
Okay, yeah. Big brown heroin guy now,
yes,
huh? Is that it? Yeah. Okay. 60% of respondents say wine is the alcohol of choice over the holiday season, followed by mixed drinks. I guess I'm either mixed drinks. I'm not a wine guy.
No.
Not knocking it. It's just not for me.
Whatever happened to Mad Dog 2020?
Well, or some Boone's Farm,
Right.
or of course, I can't fail to mention my family down at Dakota Vines, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Excellent wine. If I were a wine drinker, I'd go down there. Anyway, about half of Gen Zers drink more over the holidays to feel more comfortable about socializing. And they have a tough time with that. And I think social media's got a big part of that.
Big time, yeah.
I think so. 1 in 6 Gen Xers drink to deal with difficult relatives.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know if that's a generational thing, because if you go back and reference the movie Christmas Vacation,
right,
and when Clark asks his dad, how did you do it? And he said, I had a lot of help from Jack Daniels. So you Gen Xers, you're not alone on this, all right? The average American are going to assume 3 alcoholic beverages over the holiday. 3? Is that per hour?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know who they're talking to.
Not
there,
the whole
man.
night, boy.
well, so, yeah, all you generational thinkers out there, and some of the stuff is just, it's the new boss. It's just the same as the old boss.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
All right, dude, got a question for you, Paulie.
Yes, bring it.
You guys are hosting or are you traveling?
We're hosting.
You're hosting.
Yes.
Leslie, your wife's parents,
Leslie's
family.
making a whole big thing. And
How many are coming over?
Probably about 5 or 6.
Okay. What time do you tell everybody you start eating?
At 4 o'clock. I have to work.
That's about the average. The ideal time to start holiday dinner, according to what I've read on the research, most everybody's doing 3:45.
Oh, okay. So we're not too far off.
No, that seems spot on.
Yeah.
No, I was talking with Moose earlier in the week about this, and we were talking about that's about the time that I think they were too. And us too. We tell the kids we're going to eat at 1, and we do end up eating right around 4 because nothing's done yet.
Yeah, my wife is never on time.
Because you're always trying to get like creative with certain dishes and stuff. You don't know what to expect.
Yeah, when she says 2 o'clock, we're like the next day.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I spatchcocked a turkey this year. It's just fun to say. But, I worry that it's not done enough, I don't want to feed my family underdone turkey, Now let's move on to the gravy. Etiquette coach Bill Hansen has divided the internet by saying pouring gravy from a boat is not proper.
What?
When you do gravy and you got a gravy boat, do you pour it from the gravy boat?
Yes, absolutely.
I do too. Yeah. What's the reason for the little pinch? The nozzle, the mouth of it, if not for pouring from the gravy, right? He says instead you ladle gravy with a ladle.
Wow.
Directly onto the meat that you're seasoning. And then you rest the ladle back in the spout. So that little spout thing is for supposedly to rest the ladle on.
Ladle.
God. Yeah. Commenters pointed out that the gravy boat has a spout. Then why doesn't the gravy boat come with a ladle? Somebody asked.
Right.
That's a great question. Another commenter felt validated. I put a ladle in my gravy boat every year at Thanksgiving and Christmas for as long as I can remember, and people yell at me about it. Just remember, if you're looking for etiquette, pinky out and get a ladle. Well, we sure want to impress everybody this time of year with our etiquette skills, so,
Etiquette,
Well, yeah, if I'm wearing pants at the table, that's the ultimate of my etiquette skills.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
Harley's hanging out in the house. Thanks for keeping me company, buddy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, absolutely.
You an Amazon shopper?
Yes.
I've become one too. Yeah. Absolutely. It's crazy. I was just telling Moose about this last week. Well, first we ordered I'll say it's the royal we. Marge ordered a couch on Amazon.
Oh, really?
A couch.
Jeez.
And we got it, and it was a tiny couch.
No, like a cat couch or something?
Oh, damn near like a dog or a cat couch. The thing was maybe 4 feet long and maybe 10 inches, 12 inches off.
Oh, my God. That's awesome.
It's adorable. So, I feel like Andre the Giant when I sit on
a little couch.
Pretty much. Amazon, apparently there's a driver that is going viral for listing the top 3 things that she wishes we'd stop ordering online. You have cats.
Mm-hmm.
You order your kitty litter online?
I have.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, your driver wants you to stop.
I know. And our mail lady was the one that would deliver it. It would come through the postal service. And I saw her carrying it up to the door one time, and so I ran out. I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, no, it's okay. And she's schlepping up the sidewalk with this 40-pound bag.
We all have our struggles in life. That, dog food, and bottled water. They're not telling you to knock it the hell off.
Yeah.
That's the top 3 they wish we'd just go buy ourselves.
I could imagine. I mean, how,
they say average driver delivers up to 350 packages a day.
God, even if 10 of those were 40-pound bags or something.
God, yeah, or the big, giant, stupid bags of water, the things of water, or salt.
Yeah.
I always felt bad for the Culligan guy. Our softener was in the basement. Here he is lugging down 600 pounds of salt.
Get that down there.
Mind the dog poop.
It all comes down to this.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas? It's Christmas.
Santa's making a list and checking it twice.
Give toys to everyone, whether they're naughty or nice. Christmas!
Sees you when you're sleeping.
And he knows when you're awake.
Watching to see if I'm naughty, are you?
Have you been naughty or nice this year?
In my personal opinion, very nice.
I've been naughty.
It's showtime.
Hey, man, did she say Santa's making a fist?
I don't know.
That sounds...
List. Yes.
Sounds pissed. Not the time of year for that. Happy Friday. Welcome to it. Boy, it's a foggy one, too. Be careful out there. They're calling it a freezing fog, so
yuck.
You don't want to start the holiday weekend with a stupid fender bender, so take it easy out there.
Right. Yeah, we're going to be seeing a high right around 38 today. Fog should get out of here right around noon o'clock. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy skies dropping to a low of 28, mostly sunny tomorrow. High right around 45 degrees. Beautiful Saturday coming up.
You bet.
Yeah.
Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. 22nd day of December already, gang. Happy Friday. It's sad to report at least 15 people are dead. 24 others are hurt after a mass shooting yesterday in Prague. Officials say it's the worst mass shooting in the city's history. One of the scarier parts was that Concordia women's hockey team was just blocks from where everything went down. It's been reported everyone in the party is safe, but the gunman's dead. He hasn't been identified yet. He killed his father earlier in the day. It's unclear if the gunman killed himself or if he was taken out by officers. On a lighter note, Elf on the Shelf Christmas tradition started in 2005, and since then, more than 17 million elves have been adopted, including one by the Morton County Sheriff's Department. Deputy Austin says that his elf Marty and his brand new reindeer Randall help spread a little joy during the holidays on Facebook. He says he shows me how to do some Christmas cheer. I show him how to do some police work, says Deputy Austin as he spun his gun around his finger. He didn't really do that with his gun. Deputy Austin said Marty and Randall help him make connections in the community.
Aww.
That's wicked cool.
There you go.
Well, proud to report Denver staff weren't sure, first of all, who fathered their newest orangutan baby, so they called in a true paternity expert, Maury Povich. So either 30-year-old Barani or 16-year-old Jaya could have fathered baby Siska, who's now 4 months old, but the zoo decided to run a paternity test on the primates, and just like on his show, Povich opened a manila envelope to view the results, and here it is.
Now, we want to thank the Denver Zoo for everything they do, but this is really important.
Oh, boy.
When it comes to the orangutan, 4-month-old Siska, Barani.
Barani, what?
You are the father.
Yeah.
Oh, Barani went crazy, too. Yeah. Jaya shot a dirty look over there at Siska's mother. She declined to comment, but you know how that three-way love affair goes.
I do. Well,
gross, man. Well, you'll find out one day, and we'll call Maury Povich in to figure it all out.
There you go.
But California officials have approved new regulations that allow water services to take sewage from homes, recycle it, and pump it back for use as tap water.
Ugh.
I have to agree.
How would you like to have that job?
Not sure.
Pretty
I
crappy.
Got to pinch off a glass of water from the faucet. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. State water officials say the 3-stage treatment process produces the purest tap water in the state. I don't feel that's saying very much. The scheme is intended to boost California's rapidly dwindling water supply. I know it's bad out there.
Yeah.
It's real bad. And Colorado has already approved a similar process. Last night marked the winter solstice, the shortest day and the longest night of the year. It all gets better from here.
There you go.
Days start getting longer again. Well, people are starting to catch on that if you own a digital copy of a song, an album, a movie, TV show, what you actually own is nothing. And PlayStation users are finding out that after learning that tons of shows from Discovery are being yanked from their libraries, even though they quote-unquote purchased them.
Wow.
Discovery recently merged with Warner Brothers, meaning that, just a heads up, if you have a PlayStation as of January 1st, you can't watch their stuff on your Sony PlayStation anymore.
I'd be ticked.
I'd be, especially if I paid for it.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Well, no, indeed. Citizens of Idaho are receiving their first In-N-Out location, and some hungry customers are waiting up to 8 hours to get a burger.
That's ridiculous.
You're dumb. The newly opened Meridian location reported excessively long lines at the drive-thru. Some eager fans even camped out in 30-degree weather and made fire pits to keep warm as they held their spot in line. One determined diner claimed they would bring In-N-Out to their daughter who'd recently given birth. It's straight up the Hunger Games type expletive out here, said Paulina Garcia.
Wow.
That's awesome. And finally, lawmakers on Wednesday banned most instances of solitary confinement in New York City over the protest of the city's mayor. The city council voted 39-7 to greenlight the ban, which for no more than 4 hours at a stretch can an inmate be put into solitary confinement. unless they pose an imminent risk of violence to themselves or others. So if you want peace and quiet in New York City, you're going to have to pay extra for it. That's your news for right now. We got your sports coming up next.
Play action. Don't get pressure on Stafford. Down the sideline goes the pass. It's a little short, and Nakua comes back. Did he hold on? No, he didn't. Well, maybe they say he did. He held on, and they're going to give him the catch.
Well, Matty Stafford's Rams started strong, and they held off the Saints 30-22 to surge forward in the NFC playoff race. With Kyron Williams rushed for 104 yards and a touchdown. He had a great game. And Demarcus Robinson added 82 yards receiving in another score for the Rams, who are above 500 for the first time since week 1 after sitting at 3-6 in their bye week last month. Meanwhile, here at home, North Dakota State's making some changes to its defensive coaching staff. The Bisons are parting way with Jason Petrino after 1 year as defensive coordinator. Tim Polasek is promoting Grant Olson as the team's new defensive coordinator. Longtime coach Nick Gozer will also be promoted. Gozer has been a member of the Bison's defensive coaching staff since 2010. When he took the defensive tackle coaching position, he was promoted to defensive line coach in 22. Gozer will be co-defensive coordinator. The Bison intend to keep their offensive coaching staff intact, and that's per sources. Meanwhile, Anthony Edwards had 27 points to lead the Minnesota Timberwolves past L.A. last night and hand the Lakers with LeBron James sitting out the second night, back-to-back games, their fourth straight loss. The Wolves also played for a second straight night, tied Boston at 21-6 for the NBA's best record. Karl Anthony Towns had 21 points from Minnesota before limping to the locker room for further examination on a lower leg injury. That's not good. But,
no.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. In baseball, free agent Japanese pitcher Yoshi Yamamoto has reached a deal to join the LA Dodgers. ESPN reported last night that the 12-year deal is said to be worth $325 million. The deal reportedly won't be finalized until early January. He said, what are you going to do with all that $325 million? He said, I'm going to buy a nice 2-bedroom apartment in L.A. And finally, in hockey, Kaprizov scored with 4.9 seconds left remaining in overtime, which lifted the Wild to a 4-3 win over the Canadiens last night. Yeah, Kaprizov took a pass from Johansson and beat Canadiens goalie, Montembeault, to help the Wild avoid a shootout. So it was Kaprizov's third goal in 2 games after scoring twice against Boston on Tuesday.
USA.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, take that, you Canadians. And that's your sports for right now. Coming up. Oh, sorry, man. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Checking out that forecast for the rest of today. We're going to be seeing a little bit of fog before noon o'clock, otherwise partly sunny skies. 38 for the high, mostly cloudy tonight, drop into a low of 28 rather, and mostly cloudy tomorrow with a high right around 45 degrees. Currently 35 degrees with fog in Fargo-Moorhead.
Foggy mess out there, man. Yeah, and we're just excited. We're talking home bars. We're going to talk about that coming up next.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show
on 107.9 The Fox.
Paulie, do you guys own or rent?
We own.
You have a house?
Yes.
Have you got a man cave?
Yep, I got a little man cave.
Do you?
Yeah.
Did you build a bar in it yet?
No, I don't have the room
for entertaining. Not you don't have to drink, but you can get everybody else liquored
absolutely.
up, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
That's why I never come over. Well, 54% of Americans do not have a home bar, and they want one. That's over half. Go build one. Go get a couple of whiskey barrels and a big board. You're good to go. So when it comes to a fancy home, 46% say flooring's an important detail, and 54% think furniture is a distinctive feature.
Well, where are you going to sit?
Yes. Yeah, that's what thrift stores are for, right?
Right.
So 40% of respondents already have a home bar. And when thinking about creating a home bar, 40% consider how impressive it would look. So the average person who has a home bar spends $800 on it annually.
Yes.
Common bar items include shot glasses, ice buckets, cocktail shakers, and drink mixers. I can tell you, having a home bar, we do not spend that much. Yeah. You start to collect booze, and you put it on the home bar, but I'm not buying $800 worth of crap every every year.
No.
Right?
No.
Yeah, some of those bottles in there are decades old. Let's hurry up. Yeah, I've got some anisette that I haven't even opened yet. So really, please come on over for the holidays. Let me know.
I tell people if in my wine fridge I'd have 2-liter bottles of pop or something in there. You know?
That's exactly right.
Right.
Yeah, the little fridge we have at the bar is mostly pop. There's a few cocktails in a can in there, but if you want to make a bar that's a perfect thing to do over the holiday season.
Right.
Just don't tell the wife. Put it in the basement, and then tell her about it.
There you go.
Yeah, get her liquored up first. All right. Well, good luck with that, too.
You're listening to the Fox Morning Show.
Coming up next, Dave's Deep Thought.
107.9 The Fox.
Invest in your local.
And now it's time for Dave's Deep Thought with your radio pal, Dave Jacobs.
On 107.9 The Fox.
7 years ago, to this day, I swallowed my gum and broke a mirror. So as you might imagine, this is a pretty big day for me.
Dave's Deep Thought.
107.9 The Fox.
It all comes down to this.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas? It's Christmas.
Santa's making a list and checking it twice.
Give toys to everyone, whether they're naughty or nice. Christmas!
Sees you when you're sleeping.
And he knows when you're awake.
Watching to see if I'm naughty, are you?
Have you been naughty or nice this year?
In my personal opinion, very nice.
I've been naughty.
It's showtime!
It can be nice to be naughty.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, in the right situations. Absolutely. Welcome to it. Happy Friday.
Yes.
Here it is, Christmas Friday, the 22nd of December.
Wow. Where did the time go?
Where does the time go? I'll tell you, and you wouldn't know it looking outside. It looks like Halloween. It's foggy as a get out there. Be careful. It's a freezing fog, too.
Yeah, it should hopefully get out of here by about noon o'clock today, and then we'll see a high of 38. Mostly cloudy tonight, 28 for your overnight low, mostly sunny tomorrow. High 45.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That's not bad. Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. Sad to report, at least 15 people are dead and 24 others hurt after a mass shooting yesterday in Prague. Officials say it's the worst mass shooting in that city's history. One of the scariest parts was that Concordia women's hockey team was just blocks from where it all went down. It was reported that everybody in their party was safe. The gunman's dead, but he hasn't been identified yet. They believe the shooter also killed his dad that day as well. We don't know if the gunman killed himself or he was taken out by officers. On a lighter note, the Elf on the Shelf Christmas tradition, well, that started back in 2005, and since then, more than 17 million elves have been adopted, including the Morton County Sheriff's Department. They adopted one, too. An odd partner for Morton County Deputy Scott Austin, but they work well together, he says. He uses Marty and his brand new reindeer, Randall. That's the elf's reindeer, not... Yeah, Deputy Austin's got a car and everything, just to clarify.
All right.
They're spreading joy, god dang it. Get out there and have some fun.
There you go.
Denver's zoo staff weren't sure who fathered their newest orangutan baby, so they called in a true paternity expert, the one and only Maury Povich. Either 30-year-old Barani or 16-year-old Jaya could have fathered baby Siska, who's now 4 months old.
Oh.
Well, the zoo decided to run a paternity test on the primates. So just like on his show, Maury came with a manila envelope, opened it up and to review the results, and here it is.
Now, we want to thank the Denver Zoo for everything they do. But this is really important.
Oh, boy.
When it comes to the orangutan, 4-month-old Siska, Barani.
Yeah?
You are the father.
Oh, hey!
He's handing out cigars made out of bananas and everything. Siska's mother declined to comment. She's still, she's got some explaining to do with the other guy, Jaya. Why is that even an issue? Why would Jay even be tested?
I don't know.
Yeah. California officials have approved new regulations that allow water services to take sewage from homes, recycle it, and pump it back for tap water. State of water officials say the 3-stage treatment process produces the purest tap water in the state. The scheme is intended to boost California's rapidly dwindling water supply. Colorado's already approved a similar process.
Oh.
That's crazy.
No doubt.
Last night marked the winter solstice, the shortest day and the longest night of the year. It's all down here from here. It only gets better. Days start getting longer again.
Amen.
Well, and Christmas Eve is almost here, but before running out to the store for some last-minute gifts or final tree trimmings ahead of Santa's visit, might want to double-check the hours of the stores you're headed to. So Paulie found some all the hours or the rundown for Christmas Eve. So Walmart's going to close at 6 on Christmas Eve.
Right.
Most Target stores are going to be open till 8 on Christmas Eve. Costco's going to close at 5. CVS and Walgreens, they don't care. They're going to be open. Aldi's going to be limited hours as well. Home Depot's closing at 5 as Lowe's closes at 6. Macy's will be open till 7. Sam's is open till 6. If we had a Trader Joe's, it'd be open until 5.
Okay.
Let's see here. The Transportation Security Administration, the TSA, located a clean diaper filled with bullets in a traveler's bag at New York's LaGuardia Airport on Wednesday.
Oh, boy.
Watch out, officers. That diaper's loaded. TSA agents investigated the passenger's belongings after an X-ray alarm went off. Agents then discovered a diaper containing 17 bullets. Passenger had a strange excuse. His girlfriend put it there. I told her a million times. The unnamed man was cited for unlawful possession of a 9mm ammo, and firearms are allowed to be transported in checked luggage in a locked, hard-sided container.
I've heard of babies having a blowout, but that's takes it to the extreme.
Be careful with that one.
Yeah.
That's explosive. And finally, Switzerland considers plans to legalize cocaine in world-first trial after influx of high-quality drug as cheap as beer. It's now going to be marketed as the white powdered Swiss Mist. Will give you much more energy than the instant hot cocoa. That's your news for right now. We got your sports coming up next.
Pressure on Stafford. Down the sideline goes the pass. It's a little short, and Nakua comes back. Did he hold on? No, he didn't. Well, maybe they say he did. He held on, and they're going to give him the catch.
Matty Stafford passed for 328 yards, 2 touchdowns. Rookie Puka Nakua had 9 catches for a career-high 164 yards and a score, and the Rams surged forward in the race for a postseason berth with a 30-22 victory over the New Orleans Saints.
Wow.
Way to go. North Dakota State is making changes to its defensive coaching staff. The Bison are parting ways with Jason Petrino after 1 year as defensive coordinator. Tim Polasek is promoting Grant Olson as the team's new defensive coordinator. Longtime coach Nick Gozer will also be promoted. Gozer has been a member of the Bison's defensive coaching staff since 2010. When he took that tackles coaching position, he was promoted to defensive line coach in 22. Gozer will be co-defensive coordinator. The Bison intend to keep their offensive coaching staff intact per sources. Anthony Edwards had 27 points to lead the Wolves past L.A. last night and hand the Lakers, with LeBron James sitting out on the second night of back-to-back games, their 4th straight loss. 118-111 was the final score. The Wolves also playing for a second straight night, tied Boston at 21-6 for the NBA's best record. Karl Anthony Towns had 21 points for Minnesota before limping to the locker room for further examination on a lower leg injury. Finch said Towns took a bang but had no update on his condition with a little over 5 minutes left. By then, the Wolves were awake after a sleepy third quarter. But they got it done, and they avoided consecutive losses for the first time this season and improved to 12-1 at home.
Yeah, the boys.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Free agent Japanese pitcher Yoshi Yamamoto has reached a deal to join the Dodgers in L.A. ESPN reported last night that the 12-year deal was said to be worth about $325 million.
Is that all?
The deal reportedly won't be finalized until early January. Yeah, he'll need a roommate, but he can buy a house now.
Sure.
So that's cool. And in the hockey on the ice, Kaprizov scored with just under 5 seconds left remaining in overtime, lifting the Wild to a 4-3 win over the Montreal Canadiens last night. Kaprizov took a pass from Marcus Johansson and beat Canadiens goalie Sam Montembeault to help the Wild avoid a shootout. It was Kaprizov's 3rd goal in 2 games after scoring twice against Boston on Tuesday. Thursday was the 4th overtime game for the Wild in their last 5 contests. Thursday's tally with seconds left in overtime was the 3rd game winner for Kaprizov this season and his 2nd in as many games. And that is your sports for now.
And taking a look at that Fox forecast for the rest of today. Areas of fog. Should be getting out of here right around noon o'clock. Otherwise, partly sunny skies with a high of 38. So not too much warmer than we are right now. Mostly cloudy tonight, dropping to a low of 28, and mostly sunny tomorrow with a high right around 45 degrees. Currently 35 degrees in the Finder Fargo Moorhead area. And for weather anytime, get on out to our website, 1079thefox.com.
You bet. Now, coming up, Amazon delivery, well, we're probably past the point now for Christmas, and they understand it's the holidays, but moving forward for the rest of the year, this is what your Amazon driver hates, and we'll tell you about it coming up.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show
on 107.9 The Fox.
Harley's hanging out in the house. Thanks for keeping me company, buddy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, absolutely.
You an Amazon shopper?
Yes.
I've become one, too. Yeah. Absolutely. It's crazy. I was just telling Moose about this last week. Well, first we ordered I'll say it's the royal we. Marge ordered a couch on Amazon.
Oh, really?
A couch.
Jeez.
And we got it, and it was a tiny couch.
No, like a cat couch or something?
Oh, damn near like a dog or a cat couch. The thing was maybe 4 feet long and maybe 10 inches, 12 inches high.
Oh, my God. That's awesome.
It's adorable. So, I mean, I feel like Andre the Giant when I sit on
a little couch.
Pretty much. Amazon, apparently there's a driver that is going viral for listing the top 3 things that she wishes we'd stop ordering online. You have cats.
Mm-hmm.
You order your kitty litter online?
I have.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, your driver wants you to stop.
I know. And our mail lady was the one that would deliver it. It would come through the postal service. And I saw her carrying it up to the door one time, and so I ran out. I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, no, it's okay. And she's schlepping up the sidewalk with this 40-pound bag.
We all have our struggles in life. That, dog food, and bottled water. They're telling you to knock it the hell off.
Yeah.
That's the top 3 they wish we'd just go buy ourselves.
I could imagine. I mean, how...
they say average driver delivers up to 350 packages a day.
God, even if 10 of those were 40-pound bags or something.
God, yeah, or the big, giant, stupid bags of water, the things of water, or salt.
Yeah.
I always felt bad for the Culligan guy. Our softener was in the basement. Here he is lugging down 600 pounds of salt.
Get that down there.
Mind the dog poop.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.